Hey yo ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. If you have seen any of my videos, I always use a MacBook for everything. But recently I got into a hobby of gaming and bought this Zephyrus G14. But I have noticed a couple of things in Windows. It is the worst piece of shit ever made by mankind for development or for anything else. So my next thought was, let's try Linux. And I've already tried Arch Linux, Fedora, Ubuntu, and a few others on my macOS using what? Using something I don't remember right now. And recently I also installed Omarchi on this, and I had to delete it because it was too opinionated. So I thought let's try to install Vanilla Arch and manage everything using Quick Shell. So for installing Arch, what you have to do is you have to go to Arch downloads, which I am on that page, and you have to choose a mirror based on your location. I live in India, so obviously I would choose an Indian mirror. I installed using abby.me. Once the ISO is installed, you can also verify the installation because sometimes there might be some network interruption which could have corrupted the file. So you can download a signature and verify using commands given here. And after that, what you need is a USB drive and flash the ISO onto it. But because I installed Omachi before this, I already have a USB flashed with Arch. If you don't know how to flash, you just have to download Balena Etcher, and it is a very simple click and do from here. You just have to select a file, select your flash drive, and then flash. It does all the formatting and all by itself, so you don't need to worry about it. And after that, in the boot menu or in the BIOS menu, disable secure boot. Oh, and one more thing, you also need to allocate some space for this. So go to disk management, let it load because it is Windows, so everything is fucked. Select your chunky free space drive and shrink volume and give some space to your Linux partition. I am giving it 500 gigabytes. So click shrink and it will create an unallocated drive right over here. After disabling secure boot from your BIOS, boot back into Windows and shut it down. Then plug in the USB stick and follow along. So I've shut down my laptop, plugged in the USB drive. Now press the power button and press escape to see the boot menu. Yes, a bit more ROG branding right here. And there it is. So now choose your, what's it called? Pen drive and choose Arch install. I don't know if you can see it well. Yeah, choose Arch install. And it will bring you to a terminal. Yeah, so it is booting. Now it is copying root fs image to RAM. Hell yeah, hell yeah. I don't know whatever they are showing here, but hell yeah, everything is showing okay. Okay, booted into Arch. First connect to a Wi-Fi, so IWCTL. Alright, so I had to do some chat GPTing, and what I found is after going to IWCTL, if you write device list, it will show you your WAN address, and if you say station WAN 0 scan, it will show you all the available networks on your WAN, so the available Wi-Fi's. Now to connect to a Wi-Fi, you have to write station WAN 0 connect and then your Wi-Fi name and then enter, and then it will ask you for your password. So you have to enter your password, and if I do exit from IWCTL and ping to archlinux.org, and I'm pinging, so I'm connected to Wi-Fi. Now, to actually install Arch, there are two methods. One is by writing a lot of shell commands to configure everything, and the other one is to just write archlinstall arch install. This is the easier way out to installing Arch, which I would prefer, because writing a 1000 terminal commands is just a waste of time. When you run Arch install, you will get this menu in which you can configure everything. So for the language, I will choose English because that's only what I know. For locals, whatever. For region, let's go to search India. So selected India. For disk configuration, I'll do that later. For swap, would you like to swap on ZRAM? Now I do not know what that means. And by default it is enabled, so I will leave it enabled. For bootloader, there are two good bootloaders. One is systemmd and the other one is Limine. Systemmd is the older and safer option. Limine is the newer one, which gives you a snapshot feature, so you can snapshot a version of your Arch, and in future if you corrupt your current version, you can use a snapshot to roll back to that. So I will use Limine. Unified kernel image, install to removable location. I don't know what that means. So kernel name, yeah, Linux is fine for me. Host name, I will go with Arch, and for authentication I will give a root password, and for user I will add a user. So this is me. I call myself Vios, and another password, and I will make this a super user. Confirm and exit. Go to disk configuration, partitioning. If you use a best default partition layout, it will wipe your entire disk, I think. And if you choose manual, you have to do everything by yourself. So choose your SSD. I will choose my free one, which I partitioned from my bigger drive, a size in GB. So I will give 2 GB, 2 gigabytes, to FAT32. Mount point would be /boot, /boot, and flags would be boot ESP. That's correct. And the other one would be 498 GB. This would be BTRFS, and in this too you have to set sub volumes, because it will not detect your /mount point from /mount point by default. So in this you have to create all the sub volumes that you will need. For the first sub volume, name it @ and mount point would be /. Then add another at home. Mount point would be /home. These ones I've just wrote it down so I don't have to type everything on camera. I'll just write this and come back. So the final configuration would look something like this. The 2 gigabytes is allocated to boot, and the 498 is BTRFS, which we will be using, and these are the sub partitions in that. Now disk encryption, I think we can give that. So I chose swap, bootloader is done, kernel is selected, host name is given, I gave a user, network config, copy ISO network, So it will copy whatever I have connected right now. Pacman, obviously we need that. Extra packages. Nah, those are very many. Kol Kolkata, okay. There we go. Kolkata, and I think this is what I need. So hostname is Arch, kernel Linux, automatic time yes, time zone, Pacman mirror, bootloader Limine, UKI enabled, removable, disk configuration manual, authentication one user, locals, network, and application. Alright then, install this. There will be other would like to continue. Yep, go on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. So this will take some time. So I'll come back after this is over. Arch install is complete. I chose to reboot my systems and it booted me to Windows. So I had to shut it down, and now tapping escape to view the boot menu. There it is. I will choose, let's go here, and Arch. There we go. Arch Linux, baby. Passphrase. Okay. That's the passphrase. Alright. We are in Arch login. I would like to log in from my thing, and for password, that's the password. And now we are in. So what I would like to do with this is I will install Hyprland and then reboot my system with Hyprland. I think it is a simple sudo pacman -s Hyprland. So let me do that and then boot into Hyprland. I installed a couple of things from the Arch terminal, such as Kitty, Brave, Hyprland, Wayland and all, and logged into Hyprland, but am greeted with this screen. I'm not able to read anything uh, written here. I think it's a font problem. So let me see what I can do. I think I did not install any font and just hopped onto this. So everything is just boxes. So super Q is Kitty and super M is exit Hyprland. So let me exit this one, super M. Exited. Alright then. Let's just stay here. So I'll rise this, change all the Hyprland config. Now everything is in Lua in the latest Hyprland version, so that would be new for me. Previously what I did was I was in the .conf, so hyperlang. I wrote everything in hyperlang. I have my dot files, so you can go to github.com/vo/dot files, which will show you the dot files of my previous hyperlang config. I will also install quick shell in the next video, so stay tuned. Until then, peace out.